We know we live in the world of artificial intelligence and that AI will change every single assumption of ours. But should that extend to the right of changing the endings of movies, much beloved, much respected movies? Artificial intelligence has sparked a debate and some amount of outrage in the film industry. This after a cult film, Raanjhanaa, is being re released for Tamil audiences with a different quote unquote happy ending. The director of the original film, Aanand Rai, took to Instagram to express his anguish and his rage. There's a larger debate on because the producers, the Eros group, says that all the legal rights rest with them and they are well within their rights to change the ending of this film. The movie, the original movie starring Dhanush and Sonam Kapoor, was much loved by the audiences. It told of a doomed interfaith love story. Now the producers are re releasing it with a quote unquote happy ending. Can this happen? Should it happen? Joining me now is the director Aanand Rai. Let's bring him up on the screen. Aanand, it sounds almost surreal that a movie's ending can be changed. Tell us a little bit about how you discovered this and how you're feeling about it.
So, first of all, how I discovered it, it's through social media. I came to know that they are changing the climax of the film, and it was a big surprise for me, and I wanted to connect with them. I tried my best, wanted to know exactly what they are doing, and then I was able to speak to their CEO, and he told me that for the betterment of the film, I said, better you release the film as it is. You are the owner. Legally, you can do this, but don't try to change what has worked for the film. I know that when I was making Raanjhanaa, there was that, Barkha, what happens? The film, the story. We are all about our stories. It is that state of mind in which you say, I want to do something like Tanu It's Manu, or I want to go for this feel good thing. I want to see that middle class in it. I want to see how a love story glows in our small towns, and you make Tanu It's Manu, and then you feel that at an age, let me see a storyteller like me, what he feels and how he feels when he's going for a story which has got tragedy in it, a genre in itself. And I remember I'm the youngest in the family, so and 3 years before I started Raanjhanaa, I lost my dad, and for the first time I felt that vacuum. It was, how old I was in 2012, in my late 30s, and I felt that this is the time for me through my story just to feel that how you feel about this vacuum and how I take death in my story. So I had a reason to make a film like Raanjhanaa. I had all the reasons. And now when you come to know that they are changing the end, it's not the end. You're changing the core of the film. It was made with some,
In a way, what you're saying is that the entire genre has been changed because it was made to explore a tragic love story with a devastatingly sad ending, and now they're changing the genre.
It's changing the genre because changing the end will not. It is out of context, basically. If you see the first scene, this guy is going to die. The first scene itself, he speaks about it, And when you say a happy ending, like emotions, when as a maker, you come up with a film, it's not about happy ending or a sad ending. It's about fulfilling a certain emotion. That was Raanjhanaa for. And now when I'm talking to you right now, it's not for myself. I'm done. I got a lot of love for Raanjhanaa. I got my identity from Raanjhanaa. People, when I go outdoors or I go to other cities, they speak to me about Raanjhanaa and especially its climax. You feel very nice about. And my share of love I have got. I'm just talking about this AI thing.
But let's put on the table the perspective or the argument made by the producers. It's a legal argument. Their argument is they hold the rights.
Yes.
The copyright is with them.
Yes.
and therefore they're not wrong in trying to re-examine or explore or reimagine the ending of this movie. How do you respond to that?
No, if you buy a painting and try to resell by doing some other kind of brushing on it, how will it feel to an artist or a
Hmm.
painter? What will he feel about it? You know, it's
Hmm.
obviously legally it's here, because in 2012 there was no clause where I never knew that, or nobody knew that, and this thing can happen. I'm talking about nearly 12, 13 years back.
Hmm.
Now that's the reason I'm raising the voice, just not for Ranjana and just not for myself, for other who are signing the new contract, that there should be a clause now. This can happen to anybody. Legally they are the owners and they can go ahead and do it, but it's wrong for an artist, for an actor, for a writer, for a director. It's wrong.
So
You
is this about creative autonomy? What is it about at the heart of it?
No, it's I go through pain for one reason, that यार जिसके लिए इतना प्यार मिला है तुम उसको बदल रहे हो. It's like you are changing my loved ones, कि अब इससे प्यार नहीं करो, इससे करके देखो. It's not done.
So you concede that legally they're in the right, Eros is
Yes,
in the right.
yes. On,
Yeah,
on 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 dotted lines, yes.
yeah,
But there. But how to put lot of things on dotted lines regarding emotions, Barkha, as a
yeah.
filmmaker. Now, say for example, my actor. Now you want that character should not die. Okay, in the last scene, but see the craft he must have set for the entire film. When he was doing the first scene, he knew how he has to play so that he can reach there. Now changing it, it's affecting his talent. No, if you have not seen the original, you will feel that there's something wrong. It's like
That's a
taking a
that's a
picture
really
out of
interesting
context.
point because the actor is also pacing herself or himself with a certain outcome in mind, a certain story curve in mind, in a way.
Obviously, we have to be in sync when we are telling a story. You know that you are. If you keep
So
in
tell
mind that
me, tell me, tell me, if you had to explain this to somebody who knows nothing about movie making, people only go and watch movies. They don't actually understand what goes into the making of a movie. Suppose you were to explain this and why it pains you so much. One is okay, it's your baby, and it's like somebody genetically altering your baby. I get it. But if you have to explain it to somebody, what's at stake here? What is at stake?
too much, honestly, too much. And more than anything financial or IP or ownership, it's to do with, it's very difficult to make people laugh, to make people cry, to make people emotional. It's very tough. And when you are able to do that, it's a different kind of fulfillment a director feels about. Now when you're doing this, like when you sit discuss your film with your actors, they actually go through a lot, Barkha. They have to, it's not easy to change. For an actor also, it's very tough to change yourself. For example,
Hmm.
here Dhanush, to play this role, he must have gone through a lot in his head, in his heart, to reach the audience in a certain way, to make them feel that हाँ ये कुंदन है, ये धनुष नहीं है, ये कुंदन है, ये सोनम
Hmm.
नहीं है, ये जोया है. It's not
Hmm.
easy for me also. The entire journey was a very emotional one. We went and making especially this genre of tragedy, it's very tough. We
Can
have
I ask?
cried on the set while making, while
Yeah.
while shooting the climax. If I show you the making of that film, and especially this climax, you will feel
Yeah.
how we were
Yeah.
feeling. We were actually, all of us were nearly paralyzed for a few days for just one reason कि यार ये मेरा कुंदन उस दिन, he died on
Yeah.
that day. And
Yeah.
it was not easy for me or easy for him to accept it. I
Can I
remember
ask
the
you?
day we were shooting,
Yeah. Can
just
I
to
ask
reach the
you?
audience, just to reach this audience, this particular thing, to reach audience with the real emotion. And now you're saying AI can change it.
Can I ask you in the end if you've had a chat informally with the producers? Why did they feel they wanted to change the ending? That part is not clear to me.
I really don't know. I really don't understand. That's what I'm saying. A re-release is fine. they own it, they can re-release and make money out of it. That's not an issue. It's very difficult for me, Barkha, to understand what they are saying. And at the same time, they're saying that they have 3,000 more IPs and this is the first experiment there. And I don't think this is.
Hmm.
I don't know the intent. I can't understand the intent. It's.
And have you guys tried to amicably chat about it, or it's not
I
at that
tried,
stage?
I tried my best. I tried to contact them. I spoke to the CEO and I said, at least, okay, you are legally owner, but please understand that this film, with all its flaws, the only thing that lended well were these last 15 minutes, and I know that we reached very well. It was
Hmm.
very difficult for me to make a story like this in a very commercial space with a actor from Tamil Nadu, where, and especially in a Hindi film,
Hmm.
uh, casting him, first of all, he was doing superbly well there, and convincing him to do a role like this in Bollywood and making an actor in his debut accept,
Yeah.
to this the entire system of we have a very different way of making films, and we have a different audience. It was not easy at that point to convince my actor as well as my producers at that point of time that iski right casting Dhanush hai.
Well,
It was
yeah, I just think it's such a confusing situation. And, I was reading the Guardian story on this, which said it's probably the first time in the world that this is actually happening in this manner. And again, this is not only a story about how AI is going to transform our world. Of course, AI is going to transform our world, but should it transform fundamentally the way we tell stories? I think is the question you're raising.
no, if all creative people or business people, they are in sync, I am with AI for the future, but not for the past.
Yeah,
AI can't change the history, no. It should not be
yeah,
used to change the.
yeah.
It's been done. Use it for the future. Yes, when we say AI is the future, then use it for the future. Why
Well,
to?
I think you've triggered a larger debate in the industry, Anand. So thank you for talking to us. It'll be interesting to see the reactions in the comments below. What do people feel? What do the actors feel? What do other directors, producers, everyone in the movie making business feel? Do leave your comments, your opinion, your feedback about this very, in a way, confusing situation.
It's a
Legally the
confusion.
producers in the right, legally the producers in the right,
Yeah.
but creatively, there are philosophical questions that arise from this that can change the entire process of how a director makes a movie and how actors approach it. Thank you, Anand. We'll watch this
Thank
debate. We'll
you.
see how it unfolds, and thank you for talking to
Sure.
us. Take care.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you,
See
Barkha.
you.
Thank you very
See
much.
you. Bye bye.